BTC and the alts like XRP and XLM are moving. Santa Claus says the rally is a go. BTC ETFs are bleeding, but that's because they're buying the alts. Upbit is getting rid of a product because no one's using it. Told you gotta stay hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant.
Due to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
Santa's not only out delivering presents tonight, he's delivering green up on the screen. We're gonna talk big XRP and XLM price action at the end, but before we get into that, your comments come first. Hot, spicy, naughty, relevant. Maybe I'll share it beginning of the next video. Henry Dacus says thank you. Drop some support on the channel. You're very welcome, and thank you for the support, kind sir. Frankie Ortiz says H-bar for the win. I told you Frankie was going to comment on the H-bar video. Way to go, buddy. Jeremy Touche's hanging out as well, saying, yo, Frankie, I'm with you. Let's go, H-bar. H-bar fans, comment down below. Why? Because H-bar's pumping big time. Hopium's got to take on the 60-minute thing, and let's keep this going because that's the beauty of a channel like this. We all get to comment, share, and I bring it up. 60 Minutes would have run their biased, somewhat negative articles and then cite that Brad Garlinghouse declined to comment or appear, which would have only strengthened their view to the audience. So it's almost kind of like Brad was screwed whether he went or not. My personal belief is that Brad did a good job, as good as he could with 60 Minutes. You just can't help the bias, basis of legacy media. And we saw it. Right? We did. We saw it, and it was sad. You want to talk hot crypto news? Let's get into it because we've got delistings, we've got juicy price action, and we've got Bitcoin sitting at 98,738. Merry motherfucking Christmas, everyone. It's Christmas Eve where I live, but some of you across the pond, it's already Christmas, and for some of you even further across the pond, it's definitely Christmas. E3488, XRP at 231, H-bar hanging out at 33 cents, love it. XLM is fighting for that 40-cent mark. Look at that, up 8% last 24 hours. ICP was sub $10 just a couple of days ago, now at $11.29. ICP fans, comment down below. South Korean crypto exchange Upbit to delist Bitcoin Gold. All right. I'm bringing this Upbit story up because when you look at XRP, Upbit in the Korean won is honestly, highest price action we've seen regarding XRP. They're paying $2.36 right now, a 5-cent premium, and their volume is nuts. Look at this. I know, we'll get back into more price later. I just wanted to share this with you, how big Upbit actually is. 625 million in volume last 24 hours. That's bigger than Binance's big pair. Keep that into perspective. All right, let's get back to this. So Upbit delisting BTC Gold. Upbit initially flagged Bitcoin Gold as a cautionary item for trading on December 10th. The exchange cited concerns over the transparency of its operations and the sustainability of the project. Upbit said there is a lack of progress in resolving these issues. Okay, notice how Upbit is doing this. They're not being told this by their version of the SEC. They're not being told this by regulators. They're regulating it themselves. So even Korean exchanges are kind of doing what the US exchanges like Coinbase are doing. They're evaluating this stuff themselves because they know the regulators out there don't have a damn clue on how to regulate this stuff. After further evaluation, Upbit determined that the concerns remained unsolved and decided to delist Bitcoin Gold in line with its policies on maintaining trading best practices. So honestly, huge props to the exchanges out there doing what they can in a funky regulatory environment that's happening globally. Now, why am I bringing this up? Because in crypto, you want to stay hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant, and you also want to follow the rules, right? At least somewhat you want to follow the rules. So Upbit, Bitcoin Gold gone. Now, BTC ETFs are shedding a bunch of money in the last 3 days as the altcoins are outperforming it. Well, that is true, except for the fact that BTC just started roaring here over the last several hours, bringing us at a dead even 50-50 BTC altcoin season index. But let's go back to that BTC news. Institutional investors are getting cold feet as the crypto market correction deepens with the spot BTC ETFs. Remember, the negativity over the weekend, these ETF players can't trade it. So when the market opened back up on Monday, yep, that's when you start seeing outflows. You also saw big outflows with Jerome Powell and the Fed. For the past 3 trading days, the 11-spot BTC ETFs have shed $1.17 billion and fell more than 14% from its all-time high a week ago. That's okay, though, because not every candlestick is going to be super green. On December 23rd, total aggregate outflows totaled $226 million. A lot of money. BTC ETFs are cooling off. Yeah, They're cooling off from freaking all-time highs. So it's really not cooling off. It's just chilling out the slightest bit because you can't rocket ship every freaking day. You cannot train hardcore 24/7. You will break yourself down. You can't buy every day because you go broke. You got to wait for the good bear bargain days, those red days, right? So this makes sense. Happy, honestly, too, that it's leaving BTC and going to the alts. Now, eToro's telling us what? More bullish news to come. Remember, I bring you the news whether it's good or bad, happy or sad, and I'm Santa Claus, all right? So this is my time of year to shine, all right? I was made fun of as a kid a shitload regarding my name. Now I embrace it. I love it. I mean, not now. I mean, I've embraced it for a while, but I'm just saying. eToro's survey shows United Arab Emirates to increase their crypto investments in 2025. So we talk about the news that's ahead of us, right? The good news that's ahead of us. How we're going to get more people buying into crypto and how it's still early now and how you're still seeing like people getting into the game and writing laws to get into the game. This is cool. A significant number of retail investors in the UAE are planning to expand their investments in cryptos in 2025. So even though the market is hot AF, people still want to spend more money. The survey, which gathered insights from over 1,000 retail investors, highlighted that 54% of the participants have financial goals as the primary New Year resolution, which, hey, we're coming around that time, and are we going to get a New Year's resolution? Boom. Are people going to use their beginning of the year monies, especially corporately speaking, to get into crypto? Now, among those respondents, 40% plan to increase their investment in stocks, bonds, and commodities, while 38% wanted to invest in real estate. Now, hold up. Check this out. 37% of participants listed cryptocurrencies as a key area for investment growth this year. So between stocks, real estate, and crypto, they're all within 3 percentage points of each other. So where years ago, maybe you only had 5-10% of people wanting to add crypto in their portfolios, now you've got more than a third of people wanting to add it. This is freaking awesome, everyone. So you've got more bullish news ahead as more investors on the retail side are going, yo, we want to get into crypto more in 2025. All right, overall look at the market. Again, I told you, volume is going to plummet, and here you go. We are super low for volume right now. Down 22% last 24 hours to 133 billion. What's really messed up about that is the volume itself is really starting to peel. You can see back here, volume 336 billion. And this was just a couple days ago. And now we're like a third of that. Zoom back out to December, 340 billion. Earlier in December, 357 billion, 369 billion. So we're at about a third of normal volume. So we've eroded like 66% of volume. Yet prices are holding up. Now, let's specifically look at XLM. Over the last 7 days, we're still in the red, right? And we're fighting at that 40-cent mark. XLM above 40 cents, we're happy with. XRP above 220, we're happy with. Market cap, cool, $12 billion, all right? For the year, still up 209%. But look at this for the month, though, okay? This is where the big change we've been seeing with these players is what the month looks like. Down 26% for the month. Now, let's zoom into XLM and see exactly what we've been looking at. All right, we love it. This is a good pumperoni for the day, right? Zoom out a little bit and you're like, oh, we were at 43 cents a little bit ago. Zoom out a little bit more and you're like, oh, we were at 52 cents a little bit ago. XLM is going to have a harder time than XRP getting back to those juicy prices. Why? Because there's not much specific XLM news out there to give them that little extra bump. You don't have an XLM ETF that investors are craving. You just don't. There's just not enough volume with that product for them to launch it. They want to do the SOL ETFs, the XRP ETFs, BTC and ETH ETFs. That's where the players want to get in because there's massive amounts of volume there. But this is still very healthy for XLM, where you're about 4x over the last month and a half. Now, taking a look at the 15-minute candlesticks with XLM, we're going to see something very obvious jump out to us, and that's this. Sub 32 cent XLM, it's possible. Can you make short-term 20-30% on that action? Of course you can. We just saw XLM above 46 cents not too long ago. So you've got opportunities both near and long-term with XLM to either buy and stack, buy and flip, or play shorts. Yeah, even the shorters who got in at 60 cents and wanted to short this bad boy down to 30 cents almost made a 50% hit on that action. This is good. Volatility keeps you hot, spicy, naughty, and relevant. But look, when you compare the volume for XLM, 596 million in volume for XLM, for XRP, billion. That's an extra zero and then some, okay? So XLM has to keep the volume up. We got to see more products related to XLM. Otherwise, it's going to be just like Bitcoin Gold, where players are like, yo, girlfriend, I don't know if we want to keep this product anymore because I don't know if we're making money on it. But for now, exchanges are making money. It just might dampen how many future products they're going to be in regards to XLM. Now, XRP, we talked about the Korean won pairing with Upbit. Juicy. This most recent pump started with the Korean markets pumping it. I shared that with you on a late video a couple days ago. See, you got to hit the notification bell because I bring you news all the time. In fact, hold on. Where I'm at locally right now, it is 7:26 p.m. on Christmas Eve. That's how dedicated I am to all of you to bring you the news, whether it's good or bad, happy or sad. I'm bringing it to you on Christmas Eve. Now, in terms of XRP price, all right, that's the one-day chart for XRP, one-day chart for XLM. Fairly similar, right? We all had that little bit of correction here. XRP had a little bit more of a correction, but then it pumped right back up, which is good. More than $2.20 XRP, the market is happy with it, all right? We're sitting right now $2.30 plus. Let's zoom into this, okay? You're seeing it. You're seeing XRP wanting to push more and more and more. And if we stay fighting above 220 going through Christmas while the volume peels back, I'm totally okay with that. Support above 220? Yeah, there's lots of it. When you zoom out here and you put the line on 220, you could see the majority of these movements have been well above 220 with only a couple hours and a couple different days where you were able to buy that below 220. Now, in terms of where I want to be notified regarding stuff, look, 240, I want my phone to go off on XRP, okay? Because we struggled a little bit here at 235. So I don't want to be alerted at 235. I want to know that we broke through it and hit 240. On the way down, I honestly am keeping an eye on 220. If the market breaks below 220, we see these opportunities here, but then you see it pumps right back up right away. So XRP story, big. The reason it's big, XRP ETF coming early in 2025, resolution with the case with the SEC and Ripple in 2025, and you also got RLUSD, which is bullish for XRP as well. So you have direct news where you've seen price movement. In fact, some of the bigger pumps that we've seen lately that brought us out of this hole right here and this hole right here was RLUSD news that was juicy for XRP holders. The volume sucks, but we're okay with it because we're in the green and holding above crucial levels. But the market is back in that kind of BTC tug where it pulls it up and down. We like it more when BTC stalls and the alts can roar. Now, the Koreans are doing their thing, right? They were the ones that started the big pumperoni with XRP, and their pairings right now are blowing the doors off of Binance's pairings. Keep that in mind. The Korean exchange, which you know is way tinier than what Binance is blowing the doors off of it in terms of XRP volume. So you got a lot of retail action pumping XRP volume, and it's happening now while the world is on holiday. This is awesome. The fact that we're fighting $2.30 rather than fighting $2 at this time is huge. Players for the rest of this week are going to take off. Hopefully the news is chill. You know it's going to deal though. Something happens, I'm going to bring it to you. So we got to keep our eyes and ears open and see if we can keep this rally going. I am really optimistic, though, about the crypto markets as a whole. Whether it's BTC or the alts, I'm honestly optimistic all around. And the reason is because 2025 is not just going to be a big year for crypto, but it's going to be a big year for finance in general. Because if a lot of countries out there start cutting their budgets and we start seeing spending be a bit more responsible, that's going to be good for all of us, retail included. And retail is fueling this action right now because businesses sure as hell ain't buying crypto during Christmas. So, government spending gets under control. Maybe we can bring taxes a little bit down. I know, Klaus, you're asking for a lot, but hey, it's Santa Claus. Maybe that's on our list this year. Maybe we were all good enough. Doubt it, but maybe. So you've got that, you've got efficiency stuff, you got upcoming regs, you got ETF products, and you got billions and billions and billions on the sideline waiting for the updated regs, waiting for it. They're not going to put the money in the day before the regs go live. They're going to wait for the regs go live and then put money in. So we got waves and waves of juicy goodiness left, and well, honestly, everyone, I gotta go because I gotta deliver presents to all the good people across the globe. Sorry, flat earthers, it's not flat, it's a frickin' globe. I'm Santa Claus, and I know. What does Santa Claus say? Ho, 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 and choo choo, bitches.